Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Motordrome Speedway. Tonight, we present the Commonwealth Contracting 100 for the NASCAR Subway Super Late Models and feature racing for all other 4 divisions of the NASCAR Whelen All-American Series. And at this time, for our opening ceremonies, we ask that each and every one of you please rise up from your seats. And gentlemen, remove your caps for our opening ceremonies. If you are moving around the Speedway grounds, we ask that you pause momentarily for our invocation to be delivered tonight by Mr. Ray Kaiser of the New Stanton United Methodist Church, and for the singing of our national anthem by Barry Audi crew member Mr. Jim Smith. At this time, we turn the microphone over to Ray Kaiser.
Thank you, Mike. Dear Lord, we thank you for the privilege of being able to come together tonight on this fine evening. We thank you, Lord, for your many blessings. We thank you, Lord, for this fine country where we're free to do as we please, Lord. Pray, Lord God, that we would always cherish it. I pray, Father, that you would watch over each of the drivers tonight. Protect them from injury, Lord God. Watch over each of us as we watch tonight and lead us home safely. Father, we give you praise and thanks in Jesus' name. Amen.
And now for the singing of our national anthem, Mr. Jim Smith.
I'd like to dedicate this to all our men and women in uniform, for we live in the land of the free because of the brave. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Dunmire. 83 is points leader Matt Sever. 11 is Steven Sheltman, the rookie. Green flag is out. And with no heat races this evening, our first feature event in the NASCAR Whelen All-American Series is underway. The Coca-Cola Super Compacts are 3 wide all over the racetrack, and the 48 of Paul Koffler III is the early race leader. 71 of Troy Knight looking from the second position into the outside lane for the lead. We're still 3 wide on the front straight. It's Kevin Keffer in 14, Bill Schwartz in 31, and the 1 of Paul Koffler Sr. going 3 wide for third. Meanwhile, the lead change up front. The 71 of Troy Knight, the 5th position driver in the point standings, takes first position on the racetrack, and we've got contact in turn 3. Eugene Zerfoss in the 23 dives to the bottom of Kevin Keffer's 14. The 83 car is on. We're 4 wide out of turn 4 briefly. I believe the 5 of Larry Dunmire is off the pace. He's a multiple feature winner this season. Troy Knight with a big lead now and challenging for the runner-up position. The 31 of Bill Schwartz moving to the inside of Paul Koffler, the 3rd. And we're going to be 3 wide for second as Eugene Zerfoss on the inside of the front straight, making this a 3, call it a 4-car fight for second. We're working lap number 3 of 15. Trouble for Larry Dunmire as he headed pit side. Trouble for the 1 of Paul Koffler Sr., the front row starter. Green flag stays out, 12 laps remaining. Troy Knight with a huge lead over the hillbilly Eugene Zerfoss in car 23. In second, it's Matt Sever in the 83. And we got problems as multiple feature winner Ed Deneen in the 16 is caught up with the 2 of Hagerstown, Maryland's Andres Suarez. And Deneen, after several weeks of absence, down on the apron of the racetrack on the back straight. Caution flag will wave. 5 of 15 laps are completed. And Deneen pulls away from this incident on the back straight. Deneen, a defending champion of what was called the American Flyers division. We've made some rule changes and they are now super compacts, but Deneen has won a couple of features this season as well. Time feature winner and points leader in second. Eugene Zerfoss restarts from third, and look at Sever. Got a great jump on that start. Matt Sever with a great and legal outside pass on the restart over the 71 of Troy Knight, now out in front of this field with Eugene Zerfoss third, Bill Schwartz fourth, and the 05 of Paul Koffler Jr. in fifth. Andres Suarez is sixth, Paul Koffler the third is seventh. Jessica Knight now moving up around the 14 of Kevin Keffer. Hey, we got a 3-car battle now for fourth position. Andres Suarez in the 2 has climbed up and moved around the 05 of Koffler and around the 31 of Schwartz. So leader Matt Sever begins to work lap 8 over Troy Knight. Eugene Zerfoss, now Andres Suarez up to fourth. 31 of Schwartz still in the top 5, leaving the Koffler family in 6th and 7th. They could be bumper to bumper momentarily. If you think it looks like fun to drive a Coca-Cola Super Compact, just visit our website at motordrome.com and download a set of rules. You can build your own Coca-Cola Super Compact machine and move from the grandstands to the Speedway for an affordable investment. Matt Sever, the race leader, Troy Knight in second. Look at this on the back straight, 3 wide for 6th position. Larry Dunmeyer is a lapped car, and he splits Koffler Jr. and Koffler the third, although he is not racing for position after the flat tire pit stop. We're going to go 3 wide again. The 5 of Dunmeyer more than 1 lap down. I believe he is 3 laps in the rear as a result of that flat tire pit stop. Nevertheless, he is trading paint with Schwartz in the 31. Schwartz holds on to the 5th position. No changes up front. Even though Dunmeyer storms through the field, he is not a position race car. Only 2 laps remaining now, and the leading feature winner of the season, the current points leader in car 83, Matt Sever from West Newton, Pennsylvania, comes out of turn 4 to take the white flag, signaling final lap in our first feature event here on Commonwealth Contracting Night for the Coca-Cola Super Compacts. On the back straight, lap traffic, the 51 of Ludwig, the 11 of Sheltman. And Sever clears both of them, and coming to the finish line for the 7th time in 2009, Matt Sever takes the checkered flag over Troy Knight in car 71. Eugene the Hillbilly Zerfoss in car 23. Andres Suarez in the 2. And here comes the battle for 5th. There's cars making contact as Bill Schwartz in the 31 hangs on over Knight and Koffler Jr. We have a Subway gift certificate for you, as well as all feature winners. I think the last time we raced in the daylight here, you were also the winner with your feature up first. Does it hinder you at all to not have a heat race to put any real serious competitive practice on this car?
Tonight I was a little worried because we were trying something new with some tires. We had some new tires we had to scuff in, and we didn't get a chance to do it, so we had to go back to some old stuff. But I was kind of worried at the time. The second session we came out, we were a lot better. I think we were a lot better off, a lot faster. I knew we'd be competitive, and it worked out well. I do like the heat races, but this is what it's all about right here in the end. I got to thank everyone who helps us get here. ESI, Lux Brothers, I know they're up there. They're probably having a blast by now. Mr. Martinelli, everyone who helps us out here. Got to thank everyone, Mom, Dad, everyone who comes down and watches us every week.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen, current points leader in the Coca-Cola Super Compacts from West Newton, Pennsylvania, Matt Sever. Green flag is out for the Pro Auto Supply Service Chargers. Feature event number 2 on Commonwealth Contracting Night at Motordrome Speedway. Roger Bryan, the very early race leader. He's got a bumper full of Denny Keller, and look at this, 3 wide on the back straight for second. McConnell was pinned up high. He backs off to let Keller and the 14 of Farrell duke it out for second position. Zane Farrell in the 14 car won a feature this season as a racing rookie out of the go-kart ranks. And we got contact up front. We got a spin at the back of the field. And continuing to go around. And now opening up a big lead, Zane Farrell over veterans Denny Keller and 4-cylinder graduate Roger Bryan in the 3rd spot. Could we go 3 wide for 4th? It's McConnell in the 48, the 04 of Christoffel, and the 7 of Matt Gardner. Christoffel is into 4th now after taking more than a full season off from competition. Race leader Zane Farrell in 14, 13 Denny Keller, 12 Roger Bryan, 04 Jimmy Christoffel, and 7 Matt Gardner. Coming into tonight's racing action, if you consult your souvenir program, Tracy Keller, the former champion in car 1, brings a 1-point lead in the championship standings to tonight's program. 1 point separating the 1 of Keller and the 7 of Gardner. Five of 15 laps are completed for the Pro Auto Supply Service Chargers. Matt Gardner gains a position into the top 5 in car 7. Look at the field stacking up here in turns 3 and 4. Bryan and Gardner slip through, as does Tracy Keller now. Keller in the 1 just moved around the 04 of Christoffel, putting the 2-point leaders bumper to bumper on the racetrack after a pass of the 12 of Bryan. And it looks like Keller will accomplish that on the back straight. 7 of Gardner, 3rd on the racetrack, 2nd in the championship points. The 1 of Keller, 4th on the racetrack, and leading the championship points. Speaking of leading, look at the 14 of Zane Farrell burying this field at the midpoint. Farrell, out of the go-kart ranks, had never driven a full-size race car until 2009. He's already got 1 feature victory. Denny Keller in the 13 car, with 1 feature win this season, is 2nd. He led the championship standings for several weeks of the season, but now the Duke of Roughdale, Matt Gardner in car 7, looking to challenge for the runner-up position as a championship contender. Side by side go the drivers in the fight for second position. Denny Keller on the outside, Matt Gardner on the inside. And Gardner squeezes through to the inside of the Oldsmobile Cutlass to put his Monte Carlo into second position. Zane Farrell, the race leader, doing a fantastic job. Matt Gardner in second, Denny Keller third. Fourth, Tracy Keller, the points leader and former champion. Fifth, it's still Roger Bryan in the 12. Although it looks like the 04 of Christoffel may be soon to make a challenge in this 15-lap feature event for the Pro Auto Supply Service Chargers. Two laps to go, the signal given to race leader Zane Farrell. Meanwhile, fifth position changes hands out of turn 4. Jimmy Christoffel moves on to the scoreboard. Roger Bryan back to 6th. In 7th, it's last week's winner, Ron Eifert III from Scottdale. And the white flag is displayed, signaling final lap. Can a rookie teenager win 2 feature events in the same season? It's exactly what Zane Farrell hopes to do, but lap traffic is too wide in front of the leader. Bob Garchak Jr. in the 44 and the 71 of John Scott, making it a precarious last lap for the race leader. But showing the poise of a veteran, the rookie comes out of turn 4 for a second feature win. Zane Farrell takes the checkered flag. Matt Gardner finishes second, Denny Keller in third, Tracy Keller in fourth, and Jimmy Christoffel comes home in fifth. Zane, come on over here. You're learning how this works. It seems impossible that a rookie could win 2 features in the same season. What were your expectations coming into this year? Did you expect this kind of success right out of the go-karts?
No, I expected to come in top 10 every week. I didn't expect this much.
Well, race fans, Zane Farrell has been with us each and every week, and because of that, you're now a championship contender. What do you think about your hopes for maybe taking a title in your rookie season?
Not happening. Not happening, no. Just want to come and try to race every week, go home with one piece. That's all I want to finish in.
In one piece tonight is this fast race car, and how about a chance to thank the sponsors and crew that made it so fast?
I'd like to thank Bill Gary. That's my grandfather, and he put a lot of work into the car too. I'd like to thank West Newton Bike Shops too. They helped us with a new motor, and I'd like to thank Chet Josephs helping out, Linda Brown's Floral, and R&R Tree Service too. Yeah, that's all.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen, the teenager in victory lane for the second time as a rookie, Zane Farrell. 100. Joe Moose in the 83, Steve Black in the 1, lead him to the green flag. Row 2, Gregory Kelly in 44, John Komarinsky in 33. Out to the early lead from a front row starting position, Steve Black in car 1. Fellow Greensburg resident John Komarinsky moves into second around the 83 of Joe Moose. Battle for third side by side. It's Doug Bakioki in the 78 car who led several feature laps of competition last Friday night, trying to make an outside pass of the 83 of Joe Moose from Derry. Steve Black in car number 1, the race leader on lap 2 of 10, just about to feel the pressure of the 33 of Komarinsky, but they are still side by side for third with Joe Moose and Doug Bakioki nearly making contact through turns 3 and 4. 99 of Robbie Marhefka, the man on the move now. He has moved around the 44 of Kelly and the 83 of Moose, but the lead battle intensifies on the front straight. Steve Black in the Penn West Toyota Lift Camry number 1. And the 33, the Marsula Electric #1 Cochrane Miller Lite sponsored Chevrolet of John Komarinsky, nosing ahead out of turn 4. And at the scoring line, Black holds on to a lead by inches. It's now Doug Bakioki in 3rd, Robbie Marhefka in 4th, Gregory Kelly in 5th, but the lead battle stays door to door. For more than a full half mile around the Motordrome Oval, Greensburg veterans John Komarinsky and Steve Black slug it out, and now Komarinsky officially becomes the new leader with 4 laps to go. John Komarinsky in car 33, a former Pro Stock Division champion and a feature winner in the NASCAR Subway Super Late Models, now out to a several car length lead over Greensburg's Steve Black. Doug Bakioki in the NGP Incorporated Hemphill Racing #78 rides in 3rd. Then Robbie Marhefka in car 99, sponsored by the Clarks, holding off the 44 of Gregory Kelly, the D&K Sales and Service Froggy 44. Battle for 4th, drivers make contact as the 44 of Kelly and the 99 of Marhefka made great saves there coming out of turn 2. This is the final lap as the white flag signals 1/2 mile to the finish for leader John Komarinsky in car 33. That heated battle for 4th will rage on to the finish. And coming out of turn 4, his first heat race win of the season, John Komarinsky in car 33 takes the win over Steve Black, Doug Bakioki, Robbie Marhefka, and Gregory Kelly. Green flag is waving, and early race leader is Barry Audi. Barry Audi with a lead over Kyle Martell, and then side by side Dave Merrow and New York's Dave Riggan. And the Daves are touching one another down the front straight. What an outstanding save made by Dave Merrow in 69. Now he gets into the 59 of Martell. Riggan and Merrow were trading paint, and we nearly had a disaster, but those two drivers made spectacular saves. And Barry Audi's lead increases now as Kyle Martell from Lebanon, Pennsylvania in car 59 has the 69 of Dave Merrow to his inside. 4 cars fighting for top 5 positions as Bobby Henry in the 11 has moved up to challenge the 24 of Dave Riggan. Working lap 3 of 10, 4 cars under a blanket for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Nearly securing the 2nd spot by a car length on the back straight, it's ARCA Remax Series competitor Kyle Martell and former Truck Division champion Dave Merrow to his inside. Martell, Merrow, Henry, and Riggan racing so close together. Merrow gets off onto the apron of the speedway in a cloud of dust, and that allows Martell to secure 2nd. Here comes Bobby Henry for 3rd in car 11. The former track champion Bobby Henry moving around the 69 of Dave Merrow into the 3rd position goes the Connellsville driver. Beginning to work lap 6 of 10 now. Race leader in the Wheeler Brothers Stoystown Auto Wrecking 75, it's Barry Audi. Now challenging for 2nd in the Palagrudo Motorsports 11, it's Bobby Henry. Trying to put the Stone and Company 3rd level direct Megan Ford into the runner-up spot, and he will. Kyle Martell of Lebanon, Pennsylvania in car 59, now back to 3rd. Then the cars by Dave Chevrolet number 69 of Dave Merrow in 4th. 5th spot, it's the CPS 24 of Clarence, New York's Dave Riggan. And in 6th, Nathan Russell, driving the Russell Stone Lesser Lumber Bellevue chassis number 26. 2 laps remaining and a huge lead for veteran Barry Audi in car 75. White flag signals final time around. For the 3rd time in 2009, the driver second in the championship points chase, will win a heat race. Barry Oddie takes the checkered flag over Bobby Henry, Kyle Martell, Dave Merrow, and Dave Riggan. Catone in 31 lead him to the green. Neal Brown and Matt Barnes in row 2. Green flag is out. Full speed into turn number 1, the NASCAR Subway Super Late Models, preparing for tonight's Commonwealth Contracting 100. And we got to spin the birthday boy, Michael Zombar, on the back straight, down to the apron of the Speedway, and we will need a caution flag. And the 37 of Paul Urso from Glenshaw, green flag is out. Four drivers in this starting field have won features in 2009. And one of those, Mark Catone, takes the early race lead. Neal Brown into second. He is the 6-time winner. Then it's Paul Urso in third and Rick Miller in fourth. 95 of Will Trout has won this season. 96 of Mark Poole has won 3 times, but they are door-to-door for the lead. Mark Catone in a borrowed race car on the high side. Neal Brown, the leading winner, on the inside. And Brown takes over the point position. Coming into tonight, race leader Neal Brown in car 98 has 6 heat race wins and 6 feature wins. Catone in second spot, a 3-time heat race winner. The Dunbar Dominator, Rick Miller, moving up through this field. Multiple-time track champions will be slugging it out for second position. 3-time champ Miller in the 21, and 2-time champ Catone in 31. Working lap 4 of 10. And Rick Miller moving now into the second position around Mark Catone. Neal Brown with a huge lead at the midpoint of this event. The crossed flags signal halfway. Up front, the O'Shea Lumber, R&M Trucking, Davies Ford Hunters Peterbilt 98 of Neal Brown from Acme. In second spot, the Brooks Automotive Group, Bellevue Chassis Center 21 of Rick Miller. In third position tonight, driving the Baker Performance number 31, Mark Catone. Then in fourth, the Sullivan Chevrolet Royal Purple 37 of Paul Urso, who drifts up and nearly locked up the brakes in front of Mark Poole. 3-time feature winner Mark Poole now into the fourth position in car 96. Looking to challenge Catone very quickly, the Howard Concrete Pumping Donaldson Supply Chevrolet 96 of Mark Poole, moving to the inside of Mark Catone, and he will take away the third position on lap 8 of 10. Coming into tonight, Catone in car 31 at a 63-point advantage over Barry Oddie in the championship chase as the white flag signals final lap to Neal Brown. Last season's leading feature winner, including winning the Piney Lasky Memorial 100 last October, comes out of turn number 4. Neal Brown wins his 7th heat race of the season over Rick Miller, Mark Poole, Paul Urso, and Gary Wiltrout by inches, squeezing into the top 5 at the line. And 48 is last week's winner, Mike Bacalon from North Versailles. 25 laps for the Napa Auto Parts Street Stocks, and the green flag is out. Adam Kostelnik's 05 car did not come up to speed as the green flag waved. Early race leader will be Jason Holder in 74. Stacked up 2 wide and making heavy contact into turn 3. Jonathan Heilman goes to the apron in car 15, and he might be stuck there needing a caution flag. And indeed, we will slow the action up and stop scoring laps while we allow the 15 of Jonathan Heilman to remove himself safely from the apron in turn number 4. Slow pace restart. No start that time. We're going to wave it off and try again. Holder leads the field back to the green flag ahead of Teddy Gabala, Bill Ashton, Aaron Minjock and Tom Knight Sr. Jason Holder in car 74 has won many times at Motordrome, but not yet this season. Nor has the 3 of Teddy Gibala, the 2-time winner last season, takes over the lead in car 3. Only 2 laps are completed. Race leader is Teddy Gibala. Jason Holder feeling pressure from Bill Ashton in the 35 for second. Both of those drivers have won in previous seasons. Ashton has now secured the 2nd position over Holder and Minjock. Look at this, the 31 of Sean Phillips and the 48 of Mike Bacalon, side by side on the speedway. Those 2 drivers have traded paint repeatedly this season, although it's the battle for about the 7th position. Keep your eyes on the 48 and 31 cars. Dink Colarusso in the 0 makes a bold move to the inside of the front straight to take 5th position from Tom Knight Sr. Race leader Teddy Gibala, recent high school graduate. Five laps of 25 are completed, and a heated battle for 4th position finds the 34 of Aaron Minjock trying to hold off the 0 of Dink Colarusso, who threads the needle between Minjock and Holder. An incredible move on the back straight for the veteran from Greensburg in car 0. Dink Colarusso now up to 3rd spot. We have just witnessed the most impressive street stock pass of the season as Dink Colarusso squeezed into 3rd spot. Race leader Teddy Gibala with an advantage of just about 1 car length over veteran Bill Ashton. Do you realize, race fans, that if Teddy Gibala goes on to win this race, we will not have had a feature winner over 20 years old yet tonight in Commonwealth Contracting Night at the races? Side by side for 2nd, Bill Ashton in 35 and points leader Dink Colarusso in the 0. Still wheel to wheel in the fight for 2nd, and they're not letting Teddy Gibala get away. Look at Ashton that time. Not only does he hold off Colarusso, he begins to challenge race leader Teddy Gibala. Gibala, the teenager in car 3, and Ashton, not at all a teenager in car 35, duking it out for the lead. And Ashton will pull off a lead pass, working lap 10 of 25. Incredible racing action in the Napa Street Stocks, a 3-car fight at the front of this field. Now Dink Colarusso slides into 2nd, Gibala's back to 3rd. Bill Ashton in car 35, one of the oldest race cars in competition. The driver not too far behind in the age contest. As we're working lap 11 of 25, and look at Dink Colarusso from deep in the field in car 0, putting a move on the 35 of Ashton, trying to take the lead away just before the midpoint of this feature event. In turn 4, Colarusso has a fender out in front, and he will take the top position. Working lap 12 of 25, Dink Colarusso becomes the new leader. So far this season, he has won 6 feature events. Bill Ashton, a part-time competitor this season, is 2nd, then Teddy Gibala 3rd, front row starter Jason Holder in the 4th spot, and now up to 5th in his return to Motordrome, defending champion Sean Phillips in car 31. Challenge for 4th position, Sean Phillips in 31, Jason Holder in 74. Holder still looking for his first win of the year. Phillips, so far this season, with 3 feature victories as defending champion in car 31. In a heated fight for 5th position, Jason Holder and the 34 of Aaron Minjock are trading positions. Dink Colarusso continues to lead, working lap 18 of 25. It's now a huge lead over Bill Ashton in 35. Teddy Gabala, the early race leader, back to 3rd. Sean Phillips, after starting at the back of this pack, is up to 4th. Jason Holder in 5th, trying to hold off the 34 of Aaron Minjock. Dink Colarusso in the J. Poli Incorporated AK chassis machine. Pulling. However, his teammates have both retired from competition. Adam Kostelnik's 05 and Tony Manganello's 50. Both of those drivers celebrating birthdays this week have dropped out of this event. Two of 25 laps completed. Two laps to go in the Napa Auto Parts Street Stock feature on Commonwealth Contracting Night at the Races. White flag displayed for points leader Dink Colarusso. So far this season, he has 9 heat race wins. And looking to make it 7 wins in feature racing action for the Napa Street Stocks, with a big lead over veteran Bill Ashton. And coming out of turn number 4, another win for AK Chassis. Dink Colarusso takes the checkered flag. Bill Ashton will finish 2nd, Teddy Gabala 3rd, Sean Phillips 4th, and Jason Holder in 5th. Well, Dink, I understand that a couple of your teammates had birthdays this week, and they all dropped out of that feature event as Manganello and Kostelnik had to park it early. Your car seemed right on target. Were they working a little more on this machine through the week than theirs?
No, all we did this week was change a couple tires around, do general maintenance, put a set of brakes on. We were all busy this week, and we had finished 2nd last week. There was really nothing wrong with it. We didn't even make an air pressure adjustment tonight, so I don't have any clue why when we unloaded it, it was this fast. Because some weeks you do that, next week I'll come back, I'll fight it all week. That's how it works out.
Well, you're no stranger to Victory Lane, as another sticker is applied to the roof and another Subway gift certificate for you. How about a chance to thank all the sponsors and crew that keep this thing so fast?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Adam and Tony for the opportunity they've given me this year. Kenny Kunkel, my crew chief, and my Uncle Mark, who work on this during the week because I am never around with my work schedule. Jay Steiner Heating and AC, AK Chassis, Sweeney and Colarusso from the medical company, Tube City Beer, J. Poli, T&M Repair, Murphy's Welding, all the guys at Steve's Auto Service and Steve Black. Steve really helped me out on Saturday. We were doing a couple things, changing tires with the car. Robbie Van Fleet and Gary Wilchout for all their technical help, and anybody else I might have missed.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen, points leader and leading feature winner, Dink Colarusso. Adam Kostelnik in 60, and Billy Rebar from Smithton in the 18. wheel-to-wheel racing action in the YO-Tech Modifieds as their 25-lap feature begins. Marion Reno and Harry Ofer side by side all the way around wheel-to-wheel. George Nicola tucked in third, Lonnie Hoffman in fourth. Look at this action, going 3 wide on the back straight. A great save made by George Nicola as the 8 of Reno made contact with him. Chris Brink uses the apron as they stack up behind the slowing Nicola 97. Harry Ofer now all by himself in the race lead, lap 2. And we've got a spin. George Nicola goes around. Adam Kostelnik gets a piece of it. The 3 of Chris Brink spins to avoid. And a great move by Billy Rebar to thread the needle between stopped cars there in turn 2. Season. Then Marion Reno, Brian Shipp, and his older brother Bobby Shipp take the green flag. 23 laps remaining in this feature event, and going side by side, it's the brothers Shipp for 4th position. Bobby takes the spot away in the 04. Here comes Adam Kostelnik racing into the top 5. Around the injured Brian Shipp, who's racing with an arm cast on, result of a dirt bike accident. Marion Reno holds on to 3rd. Bobby Shipp tried an outside pass, could not get it done, and now Adam Kostelnik threatens to the inside of Shipp. They are bumper to bumper in the fight for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. It's Reno, Kostelnik, and Shipp. Kostelnik uses the inside lane, we're briefly 3 wide, and on lap 4. The leading winner in the division secures the 3rd position, Adam Kostelnik. Marion Reno 4th, Bobby Shipp in 5th. Race leader is Harry Ofer, the Scrinnies Automotive Machine. J-Yard chassis prepared by Peanuts Eustace, the 01 car. Harry Ofer has been racing at Motordrome since the old dune buggy division on the whoop-de-doos at the inside of the dirt track here. Lonnie Hoffman, the street stock division graduate, is 2nd. Then the Viglione Racing number 60 of Adam Kostelnik. Nearly playing bumper tag in the fight for 2nd position, 2 of this year's feature winners, Lonnie Hoffman and Adam Kostelnik in the 60. Both of those drivers seem to be catching the 01 of race leader Harry Ofer. Ofer's modified win list includes the biggest event of the season for this division a couple years back. And now wheel to wheel are Kostelnik and Hoffman in the battle for 2nd. Bobby Shipp watches this race from 4th. Harry Ofer extends his lead by about a car length. And now Shipp falls back to 3rd, maybe 4th. Bobby Shipp in 04 might be the man on the move right now. Harry Ofer in the 01 holds the inside lane on lap 9. And Adam Kostelnik powers around the top side to take the lead on the back straight in car 60. Ofer back to 2nd, and here comes Bobby Shipp to take that spot away. Shipp, the 3-time winner, on the outside of Harry Ofer, and at the scoring line to begin working lap 10. It's Adam Kostelnik, the leader, Bobby Shipp in 2nd, and a shower of sparks as Harry Ofer drops off the apron in turns 1 and 2. That enables Lonnie Hoffman to advance to 3rd spot. Chris Brink is passing cars now. He is into the top 5, moving around Brian Shipp's 40. Working lap 12, Bobby Shipp appears to be gaining on Adam Kostelnik. Meanwhile, a challenge for 4th spot coming out of turn 2. The 3 of Chris Brink from Glen Campbell, Pennsylvania, has the door slammed on him by Harry Ofer as they were looking to go wheel to wheel for 4th. Chris Brink in car 3, recent first-time feature winner just a couple of weeks ago. Pulling right back up to the rear bumper of Harry Ofer where he was just a moment ago. Brink prefers to make moves on the outside of this racing surface, and he sets up for one on the front straight. Around the outside of the 01 goes Chris Brink, the Glen Campbell Gambler. He will take over the 4th position here on lap 14 from Harry Opfer, the early race leader. Up front, it's Adam Kostelnik maintaining an even advantage of about 2.5 car lengths between himself and the 04 of Bobby Shipp from Elizabeth, PA. Shipp, the former Charger Division champion. Then it's some distance back into 3rd position. Lonnie Hoffman in the 96 and Chris Brink in the 3. Top 4 drivers on the Speedway have all been to victory lane in 2009. Ofer in 5th, then Brian Shipp, also a 2009 feature winner. Battle develops on the front straight for 3rd position here on lap 17. Lonnie Hoffman in the 96 and the 3 of Chris Brink. Each of those drivers with a single feature win this season, each of those wins being their first career. And Brink again trying to set up for an outside pass on the front straight. Hoffman throws the block, and on lap 18 the order remains unchanged. Kostelnik out in front of Shipp, and now Chris Brink with a terrific run on Hoffman. Down the back straight, they are wheel to wheel. You couldn't fit a sheet of paper between those 2 open wheel cars. Hoffman hangs on to that position by just a bumper out of turn 4. And working lap number 19 of 25, they are still going at it for 3rd spot. Now Chris Brink pulls out to a 1 car length advantage in securing a podium position from the 96 of Lonnie Hoffman. Kostelnik still the race leader. He's not stinking up the show. There's only a few car lengths between himself and Bobby Shipp with 5 laps remaining. At the front of the field, 6-time feature winner Adam Kostelnik, 5 consecutive modified division championships for the Viglione Racing Team and the East McKeesport driver. In 2nd spot, Bobby Shipp, 3-time feature winner this season, former Charger champion. In 3rd, Chris Brink. In 4th, Lonnie Hoffman. 2 laps to go, the signal given to Kostelnik. White flag signaling final time around for the current points leader, Adam Kostelnik in car 60. Lap car of Mike Lemley looms in front but will not be a factor. And we got us a caution flag. Caution flag will force another lap to this feature event as the 40 of Brian Shipp has spun on the back straight. Lonnie Hoffman. 2 laps of green flag racing to settle it on Commonwealth Contracting Night. Green is back out. Kostelnik in the 60. 04 of Shipp, and look at Chris Brink. Is Chris Brink the fastest car on the racetrack? 3 cars will fight it out for the win with 2 to go. White flag waving, and Brink muscles into 2nd. They make contact in the battle for the runner-up spot. Brink will slide in front of the field in turns 1 and 2. After challenging for the win and bumping leader Kostelnik, we have another caution flag on the speedway. Chris Brink with a bonsai move for 2nd, trying to take the lead, made contact with the 04 of Bobby Shipp and spins in turn 2. Modifieds have another 2 laps, green, white checker to settle this event. Can Bobby Shipp in the 04 mount a challenge on race leader Adam Kostelnik the way Chris Brink did on the last restart? Lonnie Hoffman and Marion Reno are wheel to wheel for 3rd position. Kostelnik has a car length and a half advantage as the white flag waves. Final time around, we hope, in the YO Tech Modifieds. Bobby Shipp still within striking distance, the final time down the back straight. The 5-time champion from East McKeesport, Pennsylvania, about to claim feature win number 7 of 2009. Adam Kostelnik will win it over Bobby Shipp, Lonnie Hoffman, Harry Ofer, and Marion Reno. Well, Adam Kostelnik, I understand you celebrated a birthday this week. Is that true?
Yeah, tomorrow's my birthday. It doesn't matter. You know, just got some. Thank God got the lead on me, so I had to come out and beat him. And pretty convenient that someone spins out, their brother spins out, and then it's restart on it. But we still beat him, so it doesn't matter.
The restart before the last restart, I guess we should say, pressure from Chris Brink there on the outside too. When you're starting double file and you're the leader, I know you have to be thinking, man, Stan Lasky, you like the fans more than you like us drivers, huh?
That's all right. The car was good. No one was getting us tonight. 8-3 could have beat all. When he's hitting me from behind, he's not trying to pass me, so he's not too bright trying to beat on me and try to get me sideways. But we're leading. No one's going to beat us.
And a 5-time champion, you and this race team, the Viglione crew. How about a chance to thank all the guys that turn the wrenches and the sponsors that contribute to this effort?
Yeah, I got to thank Harry Lazader. He's the engine builder. Buzzy and Donna Viglione there in the car. TCI Transmissions, Bowl Machine. Thanks Stanley for having this track. It wasn't for him, we couldn't race. But most of all, I'd just like to thank my fans coming out to support me. Thanks.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Kostelnik, the 5-time champion. And the 2009 Commonwealth Contracting 100 is green. Full speed into turn number 1. Side by side, Neal Brown and Dave Merrow. Merrow looking for a career first win. We're 3 wide in turn 4. 3 wide on the front straight in 2 different places, and everybody keeps their cars pointed the right direction. Green flag stays out. A hair-raising lap number 1. Leader is Neal Brown, Dave Merrow 2nd, Rick Miller 3rd, Bobby Henry 4th. Side by side in the fight for 3rd position, Rick Miller in 21 and Bobby Henry in 11. Both of them have closed on the 69 of Dave Merrow. Miller tries to open the inside lane, but 3 cars that seem very equal in the early going are duking it out for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Neal Brown out to a big lead early on. Nearly trouble in turns 1 and 2 as Rick Miller dirt tracked the car after nearly making contact with the 69 of Merrow. Loses a couple of car lengths but saves the race car. Bobby Henry remains in the 4th spot just behind him. Mark Poole is in 5th over Barry Audi and Paul Urso. Lap 6, Dave Merrow up the racetrack about a half a lane in the attempt to hold on to 2nd position. Now here comes Rick Miller in car 21, challenging Merrow to the inside, and Miller becomes the runner-up to Neal Brown. Just as quickly, Bobby Henry moves into 3rd officially by just a fender at the scoring line here on lap 7. Merrow is back to 4th. And now Mark Poole goes beneath the 69 car. It'll be Mark Poole in 4th. Barry Audi now challenging Merrow for 5th. Single file in the top 5 now. Neal Brown, the race leader. Rick Miller in 2nd. Bobby Henry in 3rd. Mark Poole in 4th. Barry Audi in 5th. Contact made in the battle for 6th. That's Paul Urso in 37. He was trying to move under the 69 of Dave Merrow. We're working lap 11, and the best battle on the speedway is that for the 6th position. 37 of Paul Urso, a winner last year. 69, Dave Merrow, the former truck champion. Urso to the inside on the front straight. Looks to have a good run this time into turn number 1, but Merrow very comfortable in the high lane of the speedway. Maintains the 6th position here on lap 12. And now Urso takes over 6th position in car 37 on lap 14. The 6 drivers at the front of this field have all been to Motordrome Speedway victory lane in their careers. Race leader Neal Brown on the front straight, approaching the first car to go a lap down in this event. It'll be Michael Zombar in car 64, the Hunker, Pennsylvania sophomore driver. Brown moves to the outside and clears that number 64 machine, now looming in front of the leader, the 83 of Joe Moose. Change of position in second, Bobby Henry dives beneath the 21 of Rick Miller, and 2 longtime Motordrome rivals trade the runner-up position on lap 16. Mark Poole in the 96 now closes in on Miller. The 21 car may be going backwards as Poole quickly dives to the inside. And in a lap and a half, Rick Miller goes down 2 spots from 2nd to 4th. Working lap number 18 with Bobby Henry in the 2nd position. He is looking to move around the 83 of Joe Moose. Now it is nothing but clear racetrack between the leader and 2nd spot, but that distance is about 1 Motordrome straightaway between Neal Brown's 98 and Bobby Henry's car 11. 3rd, it's Mark Poole, about 6 car lengths off the rear bumper of Henry, then Rick Miller in 21. Barry Audi in 75, completing the top 5. Then it's Urso, Merrow, New York's Dave Riggan, and Robbie Marhefka. Race leader Neal Brown has been to victory lane at Motordrome Speedway with 3 different race teams in his career. He is now the owner and driver of the number 98 that formerly belonged to Richter Motorsports when this partnership was formed in 2008. And with a half dozen feature wins on the season, former track champion Bobby Henry is in 2nd spot. It does appear that Henry may be very slightly gaining on the leader as we approach the 1/4 mark of the Commonwealth Contracting 100. Heated action going into turn 1 as Gregory Kelly, Gary Wiltrout, and the 78 of Doug Bakioki are trading paint. We got a problem on the back straight. John Komarinsky gets contact from Nathan Russell. Everybody gets on the brakes and we stay green flag racing in spite of the possible repercussions. 2 wide racing all over the surface and drivers swapping stickers, but we have been all green flag up to lap 25 as 1/4 of the Commonwealth Contracting 100 is now in the books with race leader Neal Brown. Bobby Henry 2nd, Mark Poole 3rd, and Rick Miller 4th. Keep an eye on this pack of cars headed into turn number 1 right now. Steve Black, John Komarinsky, the 15 of Todd Price, and Motordrome points leader Mark Catone in a borrowed number 31 car. Those drivers are really fighting it out for spots just outside the top 10. And here on lap 26, a change of 5th position as Paul Urso in car 37 moves around veteran Barry Audi. Urso with 1 career win in the NASCAR Subway Super Late Models, that coming a year ago. lap 29 after leader Neal Brown moved around the lapped machines of John Sandquist Jr. and Dusty Rhodes. It is evident that Bobby Henry is gaining slightly on the leader. And Brown is soon to be approaching cars that are battling fiercely for position. It's lap 30, and as Brown enters turn number 1, the lap traffic that looms in front of him on the back straight, some 6 cars, are having a war of their own for position. We'll see how it impacts the leader. Kyle Martell is side by side with Michael Zombar in turn 4, just in front of the leader. Martell with significant handling problems tonight. Brown goes to the outside of Zombar. And now Martell and Matt Barnt, 2 young Eastern Pennsylvania drivers, going side by side in front of the race leader. In fact, those 2 drivers now making contact just in front of Neal Brown. Now the 55 of Barnt about to go a lap down as Brown moves to the outside of the racing surface. Look at the pack of cars going 2 and 3 wide in front of the leader. And we've got a spin coming out of turn 2. Neal Brown, the leader, trying to sneak through, and he will just make it around the 78 of Doug Bakayoko, who collided with the 1 of Steve Black to bring out the first caution of the event on lap 33. Poole in 3rd, Rick Miller 4th, Paul Urso in 5th, and Barry Audi 6th as the green flag waves. Here on lap 33, Neal Brown gets a great restart, opening up to a 3 or 4 car length advantage over Bobby Henry, but it appeared under green flag conditions that Henry was closing in on Brown. Got a challenge for 7th position now, the 24 car of Dave Riggan from Clarence, New York. Regular competitor at the Lake Erie Speedway takes the spot away from Dave Merrow in 69. Riggan then quickly closes on Barry Audi in 75, but look at this fight for 2nd spot, headed into turn 1 on lap 35. Bobby Henry may have been quick in lap traffic, but Mark Poole may be quicker. The 96 car plants himself to the inside of the former champion. 3-time winner this season, Mark Poole, and we've got a spin on the back straight. Gary Wiltrout brings out the caution. The 95 of Gary Wiltrout, a former track champion, goes backwards, and we need a caution flag. Headed to the pits now, the 1 of Steve Black and the 23 of Dusty Rhodes as Wiltrout pulls away from the scene of his own incident. Jump on the restart as he did last time to open up an advantage over Bobby Henry, and he does. Mark Poole was able to challenge Bobby Henry for the runner-up spot under our last green flag stint. And he reels up to the back spoiler of the 11 now. Bobby Henry, the Palagrudo Motorsports teammate of the driver who just brought out the caution flag, Gary Wiltrout, has his 3rd level direct, Megan Ford Stone & Company sponsored number 11, to the outside of Mark Poole. And Poole has gained a half car length here on lap 37. Forces Henry to the outside of turn 2 once again. But Henry battles back to secure the 2nd position by a full car length. Henry much better through turns 1 and 2. Mark Poole seems to have the handle in turns 3 and 4. Dave Riggan in car 24 not only has taken positions away from Dave Merrow and Barry Audi, but he has closed on the top 5. Now just a few inches off the rear bumper of the Paul Urso 37 car is the 24 of Riggan. Battle for 2nd heats up on the back straight. Mark Poole able to pull up to the left rear wheel of the 11 of Henry, now racing very close through turns 3. Poole has his best run on Henry to this point in the race, but officially on lap 42, Henry still scored in second position by inches at the start-finish line. This time on the back straight, Poole has an advantage of one fender and completes the pass in turn 3. Mark Poole now the runner-up to race leader Neal Brown. Brown's advantage about 2/3 of a straightaway. And as we're on lap 43 right now, keep in mind all restarts will be double file after the midpoint of the event. Commonwealth Contracting 100 running order at lap 44. Neal Brown, Mark Poole, Bobby Henry, Rick Miller, Paul Urso, and a fast closing David Riggan in car 24. Riggan in 6th, Barry Audi 7th, Dave Merrow 8th, Robbie Marhefka 9th, and a side-by-side battle for 10th between Nathan Russell and Gregory Kelly on the back straight. Kelly and Russell still signed. We got a problem. Mark Catone, the points leader, spins in turn 4. With a borrowed race car, the 31 of Mark Catone will bring out the caution on lap 45. Bobby Henry, Rick Miller as the green flag waves on lap 45 of the Commonwealth Contracting 100. Brown still maintains the lead, but was not able to open up the same interval that he had over the 11 of Bobby Henry now that Mark Poole is in second. Look at Dave Riggan making moves up through this field. After he passed veteran Barry Audi for 6th, Riggan in car 24 moves around the 37 of Paul Urso and now finds himself among the collection of drivers who have been to victory lane at Motordrome. Riggan has never won here. Dave Riggan of Clarence, New York in car 24. Regular competitor on the Mara Tour, a feature winner at Lake Erie Speedway, and annually competes in the World Series of Asphalt Racing at the New Smyrna Speedway in Florida. Finds himself on the Motordrome scoreboard in 5th. In 4th, the 21 of 3-time champion Rick Miller. In 3rd, 2007 champion Bobby Henry. In 2nd, 3-time winner this season Mark Poole. And up front, the 6-time winner this season, Neal Brown from Acme, Pennsylvania. We are halfway through the Commonwealth Contracting 100. And Brown's lead is diminishing as Mark Poole takes up chase. Neal Brown approaching the 64 of Michael Zombar to put him another lap down as Mark Poole stays within about 8 or 9 car lengths of the leader. Now appears that Brown may be extending his lead here on lap 55 over Poole, with Henry a distant 3rd, Rick Miller all by himself in 4th, and Dave Riggan up to 5th. Riggan started deeper in the field than any of the drivers surrounding him on the speedway right now. on lap 57, Neal Brown begins to extend his lead interval in car 98. This time it's over the Howard Concrete Pumping Donaldson Supply 96, driven by a resident of 84, Pennsylvania, Mark Poole. In third, Bobby Henry. In fourth, the Brooks Automotive Group, Bellevue Chassis Center Chevrolet of Rick Miller in car 21. Then the CPS 24 of Dave Riggan. Race leader Neal Brown moves around the outside of the 83 car driven by Joe Moose. Lap 61, the action has settled down just a bit with Mark Poole still in second and falling back just a bit from the leader. Mark Catone has done a masterful job of moving back up through this field after the spin and the pit stop. Headed into turn number 1 right now, Catone in car 31. Moves around the lap car of Michael Zombar and is closing in on the 15 of Todd Price. If Catone is able to pass just a couple of more cars, he's back inside the top 10. On the back straight, Neal Brown facing the lapped cars of Michael Zombar, Steve Black, and John Komarinsky. Black and Komarinsky were racing for position just a moment ago, and here on lap 67, Brown to the outside clearing Zombar will now approach some position cars. Perhaps the break that Mark Poole was hoping for, as Poole has fallen back out of contention into the second spot now. It's about half a straightaway, the interval between Brown and Poole. Both of those drivers the leading winners in the NASCAR Subway Super Late Models this season. 6 drivers have been to victory lane in 2009, only 2 of them more than once. And that is 6-time winner Neal Brown in 98 and 3-time winner Mark Poole in 96. And a spin just in front of the leader in turn 3 and 4. Kyle Martell goes around in car 59. And the caution flag is displayed on lap 69. Dave Riggan and Barry Audi are the front 3 rows. The green flag is back out. Look at the 24 of Riggan challenging 3-time champion Rick Miller. Dave Riggan racing like he knows this speedway much better than he does, as he's only started about, and we got a big problem in turns 1 and 2. Dave Merrow spins, Nathan Russell is collected. Paul Urso spins, Robbie Marhefka drives through it. Gregory Kelly spins and stops. Tough break for Nathan Russell in car 26. Poole, Bobby Henry, Rick Miller, and Dave Riggan take the green flag with 30 laps remaining. Barry Audi slows and gets tagged by the 15 of Todd Price, bringing out another caution flag. And Paul Urso locks up the brakes, spinning as well after that incident. Caution flag as Barry Audi slowed dramatically in the high side of the speedway, and Todd Price was up there making a pass for position. He got into the back of Audi and both go for a spin. 30 laps remaining. Field comes out of turn 4. Green flag waves. Dave Riggan to the inside of Rick Miller. They make light contact in turn 3, and that opens the inside lane for Riggan. And the New Yorker is into the time. We got a caution flag spin on the front straight. It's Steve Black. Barry Audi is able to return to action, but just at that point, the action is halted for the Steve Black spin. The Penn West Toyota Lift car number 1 goes around. Inside of Bobby Henry, it's Dave Riggan with Rick Miller in 5th. Riggan in car 24 made a pass of Rick Miller and made it look easy. Can he pass another Motordrome track champion as he pulls up to the outside of Bobby Henry? Miller and Riggan are side by side into turn 3. Now Miller lays claim to the 5th position again, and there's multiple car contact in the top 5. Riggan, Miller, and Henry all made contact in the battle for 3rd position. Miller, who was once back to 5th, has now passed Henry for 3rd. Riggan is back to 5th. 74 laps completed and a heated exchange. 3rd position now is Rick Miller, 4th Bobby Henry, and feeling the pressure of Dave Riggan is Henry. Miller has now opened up a 5 or 6 car length advantage over those 2 drivers. And with 25 laps to go, Rick Miller is distancing himself from the Bobby Henry-Dave Riggan battle in 3rd. 2nd is still Mark Poole. Race leader still Neal Brown. Problem in turn 2, Matt Barnes in the 55 car up to the outside wall. He didn't make contact. I believe he has a suspension problem on the left front of the 55 car. Green flag back out. Mark Poole is able to hang with race leader Neal Brown on that restart. Meanwhile, Dave Riggan dives back beneath the 21 of Rick Miller. Mark Catone passes Gregory Kelly for 6th. Lap 79, Mark Catone got all kinds of loose on the front straight, but hangs on to 6th position. Caution flag will wave for the 15 of Todd Price on the back straight. Price either cut a tire or broke some right front suspension as a shower of sparks dropped the Stoystown auto wrecking. Frankie Day Oldies Show 15 right to the pavement. Starts from 3rd, Rick Miller from 4th. Then Bobby Henry and Mark Catone. green flag is out. Mark Poole able to take a look at the outside lane for a possible lead pass in turn 4. He holds strong on the high side. Dave Riggan has his hands full once again with Rick Miller to his outside. And there's contact. Rick Miller hard into the outside wall with Dave Riggan. A heavy impact for the 21 of Rick Miller. Miller backing down the banking. And it appears that Miller is going to be okay as he is driving that car. He was nearly airborne with hard outside wall contact to the rear of the Brooks Automotive Group Bellevue Chassis Center machine. Miller limps to the pits after he crushed a radiator in last Friday night's racing program in an accident here on the front straight. And Dave Riggan, whose run was so impressive to this point, makes contact with Miller and both cars into the outside wall, ending the evening for both competitors. Brown and Mark Poole bring him to the green. Mark Poole around the outside of leader Neal Brown. They are door to door in turns 3 and 4 for the lead. Lap 82, and the lead battle is as tight as it's been all race long. Mark Poole staying right with leader Neal Brown, now tucking in behind his back bumper. And we got a spin in turns 3 and 4. Kyle Martell in a shower of sparks with a problem. Collected the 99 of Rob Marhefka and the 83 of Joe Moose spins. '59 of Martell with the frame dragging on the pavement. Heading pit side to his family crew. In turn 4, green flag is back out. This time, Mark Poole not able to hang with leader Neal Brown. He does gain on him down the back straight, however. Henry into third. And Mark Catone in fourth, feeling the pressure of Gary Wiltrout, the 95 car. On lap 83, Neal Brown builds up a 4-car length advantage between himself and Mark Poole. Battle for 5th, Barry Audi, after making that mid-race pit stop, moving around the 95 of Gary Wiltrout. If Audi can complete the pass of the Somerset veteran, the drivers first and second in the championship chase will be in 4th and 5th respectively. And Audi takes the spot away. It's now Barry Audi 4th, 5th I should say, Mark Catone 4th, Bobby Henry 3rd, and Mark Poole in 2nd spot, now gaining back just a little bit of that lead built up by Neal Brown. On lap 87, Matt Barnes in car 55, just in front of leader Neal Brown in turns 3 and 4, forces the race leader to the high side. Mark Poole will also pass Barnes' limping machine. Bobby Henry all by himself in 3rd. Mark Catone in 4th. Barry Audi in 5th. 10 laps remaining in the Commonwealth Contracting 100. Neal Brown's lead stands at about 7 or 8 full car lengths over Mark Poole. Bobby Henry a distant third. Michael Zombar, the lapped car on the front straight, just in front of race leader Neal Brown. We got a caution flag in turn 3. Matt Bart rolls to a stop again. 55 of Bart, another suspension problem, brings him to a halt against the outside retaining wall. 9 laps to go in the Commonwealth Contracting 100. Green flag is back out. Mark Poole tucks in beneath the rear spoiler of Neal Brown, and we got us a caution flag again. Robbie Marhefka goes around with the 78 of Doug Bakioki. Third, and now Barry Oddie from fourth. Mark Catone in fifth as the green flag waves with 8 laps to go. Barry Oddie in the 75 continues his march toward the front, making a pass of the 11 of Bobby Henry late in the going. Oddie was once pit side and looking as if his night was over. Still on the lead lap and still passing cars late in the going. Oddie up to the 3rd position with 7 laps to go. Mark Poole fades by about 3 car lengths behind leader Neal Brown. Remaining, and the best battle on the speedway is for 5th. Mark Catone, the points leader, is door-to-door with Gary Wiltrout. Both of those drivers have been involved in caution flag incidents and have battled their way back up inside the top 5. At the scoring line, it's Catone, shown in the 5th spot over Wiltrout by just a fender. Wiltrout's teammate Bobby Henry is 4th. Barry Oddie in the 3rd position, the highest he's raced all night after going to the tail and the pits in this event. 3 laps to go, and Mark Poole is not within striking distance of the leader. Catone side by side with Wiltrout for 5th, and it may be Wiltrout with the advantage at the. We got another caution flag hard into the wall in turn number 3. It's the 15 of Todd Price and the 78 of Doug Bakioki. Heavy damage to both race cars there as they were racing for position and collide going into the outside wall. From 6th, take the green flag. Mark Poole within a car length and a half of leader Neal Brown. Barry Oddie in 3rd. 2 laps to go, the signal given by Chief Starter Denny Carson. A many-time Motordrome Speedway winner who left NASCAR pavement racing for the dirt tracks takes the white flag as the leading feature event winner of 2008, including the Piney Lasky Memorial 100 last October. The veteran driver from Acme, Pennsylvania, headed to another crown jewel 100-lap victory at Motordrome Speedway. Neal Brown wins the Commonwealth Contracting 100 over Mark Poole, Barry Oddie, Bobby Henry, and Gary Wiltrout. Well, Neal Brown, you were in this race car for an awfully long time tonight with all those late race caution flags. Tell us about what's going through your mind on the restarts with the ultra-fast Mark Poole lining up right beside you.
I'm thinking Stanley Lasky won't be happy till he wrecks every car out here with his double foul restarts. But Mark Poole's a great racer. A lot going through my mind. He's tough, and I knew he was fast on the top. And I like to race with Mark. Can't say enough about him. Good, clean racer. I want to thank all the fans for coming out and putting up with this circus tonight. I want to thank my crew chief, Jim Alborn. He did a great job. Port City Racing and Harley, Port City. Penske Shocks, on Crow.
100-lap victory. You know, last October you put on the Piney Lasky cowboy hat, and once again an opportunity to do it here tonight. You were in that race car for an awfully long time, and with a big paycheck awaiting you, you've got to be pleased tonight. Tell us what it feels like to be in Motordrome Victory Lane after an event of this magnitude.
Well, tonight's probably a special win for us. My girlfriend's a cancer survivor. She's doing a thing for cancer tomorrow, and I told her if we won tonight, we'd donate half the money. And so it's a special thing. Her and her friend both had breast cancer, and we're going to donate the money to them.
A generous donation from Victory Lane in the Commonwealth Contracting 100. Ladies and gentlemen, Neal Brown.